Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to back up your Laravel applications using Cloudways. So I have a few videos where I taught you how you can spin up a new Laravel app and how you can also create a Wave application using the Cloudways server. So if you do want a free $50 credit, make sure to use promo code DevDojo when you sign up for a Cloudways account. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it and I'll show you how easy it is to create backups of your Laravel applications on Cloudways. So right now I've just booted up a simple Laravel application. We have the server right here. If I go over to applications, I can then click into my application and I can see it live up on this URL right here. So if we want to do simple backups of our application, what we can do is we can go over to our servers, we can click on the server, and then we can go down here to backups. And if we go to backups, we can actually manually set some backups to happen like every day, every week, and you can specify when you want this to happen. You can also do a backup now. So what you could also do is you can enable local backups, and this allows you to create a local file on your server that you can then download and then boot it up on your machine. So let's go ahead and enable this and let's click on Save Changes. And then we can go ahead and just say, take a backup now. Okay, now that we've done that, we can go ahead and SSH into our machine and I will show you where those local backups are stored. So I can go over here to copy the username and I'm going to SSH into this server. Okay, so now that we've SSH'd into the server, I can go ahead and list out the current directory and we have the applications folder, and this is where all of our applications are going to live. Then inside of this applications folder, we should have a generic kind of like hash for every single project that we create, and we can go ahead and just cd into that folder. And now that we're inside of there, this is the main structure for most web applications. You have a public HTML file, and this is usually where your application is stored. So if we go into that public HTML and we list this out, this is our Laravel application right here in front of us. But let's go ahead and jump one directory back. And if I list out the contents, you'll see that we have this folder called local backups. So if we cd into that, we should then be able to see the backup.tgz. And I can't remember off the top of my head how to unzip a tar zip. So I'm going to just have to Google unzip tar Linux. How to extract. I really should commit this to memory, but it's all good. Gzip, here we go. So this is how we unzip the file. So let's run that. We'll say backup.tgz. And maybe I had an extra character in there. We'll say -x vzf backup.tgz. Okay, so now that we ran that, I can go ahead and list out the directory, and you can see that we have the public HTML, which is our Laravel application. We then also have private HTML. Maybe this is if you want to store, I don't know, certain things like assets or something outside of where you've stored your application. And then we also have the database dump right here. So this is great because we have the database dumped out every single time we do a backup. So what we could do is we could always just move this file from our server to our local machine. We could then add it to our table plus or our MySQL. We could then link the public HTML folder to our sites folder. And just like that, we'll have a local version running of our backup website. So now jumping back over to our Cloudways dashboard, if we now go to our applications and we go to our application, we should be able to see a new tab called Backup and Restore. And you can see that we can actually back up and restore an application from any point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few modifications. I'm going to back that up, then I'm going to make some more changes, and then we'll revert back a previous application just so you can see how this whole thing works. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into my public HTML, and I'm going to open up my routes web.php. And I think I'm just going to modify the home route. So I'll go ahead and go down here. I think I'll just comment out this line, and then we'll echo out a message. So we'll say hello from the server, and let's go ahead and save that and quit. And now if we go back here to our application, we should now see hello from the server. So what we could do now, let's go ahead and say that we made a bunch of changes and we want to take a current backup of our application. Okay, so now that we have done that, we can go back here and let's say that we make another change. So we open up the vim routes web.php, and then we just change this echo message, and we're just going to say something like, I made another change. Simple enough. I made another change. Okay, so now let's check out our application. And sure enough, we get the I made another change. But now if we want to revert back to one of our previously backup applications, we can then go over here to the restore, and then we can click on the drop down and we'll see that we have two of the latest. So this is the first backup that we took, and then this is the latest. So let's go ahead and restore our application now. Okay, and after we've restored that, let's go ahead and just go back to our application, click on reload, and we're going to see that we get the message, hello from the server. And this was the version that was actually stored in our previous backup. So you can see just how easy it is to restore your Laravel applications using Cloudways. You can automate the times that you want to automatically back up your application and back up your server settings, and then you can redeploy at any time. And then you can also download that so you have a local backup, you have a backup on the server, and life is just dandy. So I hope this video helped you out. Again, make sure to check out Cloudways. They are a simple solution for hosting your Laravel applications. So that's all from me for this video. I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope to see you in a future video.